Greetings, Alec. Greetings, Beijing cream. You know me as Tom Olden. I'm protecting my identity here for obvious reasons. I've read your review of my book, Alec. Although we don't see eye to eye, I see the humor in your writing. But you may have done a disservice to anyone considering reading my book. Allow me to respond to each of your points. First, you say there's something to write about on every street corner in China, and that expats should focus on street corners rather than writing about themselves. My book is clearly labeled as a memoir, so of course I'm writing about myself. I never intended to write about the day-to-day experience of a street-side gem-ding vendor. You label my book's title as a shitty 2 a.m. pun. It was 3 a.m. when I decided on this title, Alec. Wrong again. And I think Beijing Spunk would be a very apt title for a website. It wouldn't be a second-rate Shanghai like Beijing Cream, but rather an online hub for all sorts of new cocktails. You seem to have a conflicted stance on sexuality. You shame me for my enjoyment of my single years as a young man in Shanghai, sleeping with the various women I met, yet you revel in that bastard Kurt who banged my ex Marie. Perhaps the idea of cuckoldry excites you, no? You slam me for being surprised by some of the customs I first came across in China in 1999 upon my arrival. Did you not face culture shock yourself upon arrival? I'm an old China hand at this point, so nothing comes as a surprise anymore. But capturing the feelings I had 15 years ago as a young man was something I thought I should include in my memoir. You say how few interesting things happened to me for living in China 16 years. Remember that this is a memoir of my first couple years here. And plenty of interesting and exciting things happened then regardless. Go ahead and reread chapter 12. An Iranian man and I Chinese finger-trapped a prostitute for fuck's sake. You lambast me for judging the appearance of women I'm considering sleeping with. Well, sure I do. I like to make educated choices. For instance, her breasts could be larger, but I'm still impressed with what she's doing with this push-up bra, so I think I'll give it a go. Do you pretend not to judge the appearance of women you sleep with? Or do you just fuck anything? Or are you above sexuality? Or do you in fact revel in cuckoldry, choosing to be an observer and beta male bitch? I embrace my hunger for sexual excitement. I embrace my darker side. I've chosen not to leave this out of my memoir because it would be utter bullshit not to. Sure, I could write my own version of Rob Gifford's China Road. I could go to a KTV and innocently interview a prostitute with a holier-than-thou attitude, pretending not to have any interest in trying the local fare. But that would be just another China expat writing about his superficial experiences with the people. Peter Hessler may not have a penis, but I do. What do you have, Alec?